Welcome to episode 63 of the Friday Fizz. Today, Ed Sheeran quits Twitter again. We talk about stalking and catfishing, and Game of Thrones is back. Big shout out before we start to Trish.
Do you know Trish?
No.
Trish! Michelle and Trish! Trishy! Trish Meister! Trisha Tula! Big Trish! Little Trish! Trish!
No.
Yeah, well, she ain't even got nothing to do with it anyway, so just leave her out of that!
Make sure Chris leaves this in, which is a colleague of Joe's, and she was talking to Joe at work and said, "Oh, do you know what I really like? I really like the Friday Fizz."
Smashing.
Any
But
topics? Send them
Yeah,
in.
but then last week she didn't bother watching it because I wanted it. She saw you and Chris, she said, "Oh, fuck that."
What a joke. Might have been better, Trish. You should have given it a chance.
Yeah. Big week for you this week. Not for me. I don't watch TV. I'm too busy for TV. But as you all know, Sam doesn't really do much work. So
Well, my work's social media, and biggest topic of the week has been Game of Thrones.
oh, good turnaround.
Yeah.
Last year you watched 6 seasons in 1 month, didn't you?
Pretty much, yeah. I never watched it, and I just finally gave into the hype and watched it, and just wrote my life off for about 4 to 6 weeks. It was good. It was worth it.
Yeah.
But it was obviously, it's hyped up massively, and then there was 2 big stories this week.
Right.
One of the main ones was the fact that Ed Sheeran was in it, which seemed weird.
That is weird.
Like,
He's a singer.
Yeah, and he
He's
was
a pop
singing.
artist.
He was singing in Game of Thrones.
Me.
It was awful.
For hands of gold are always cold, but a woman's hands are warm. For hands of gold are always cold, but a woman's hands are...
It's a pretty song. I've never heard it before.
It's a new one.
Wow.
Like, it wasn't as bad as Twitter said it was, but it was well out of place. Twitter took it badly and slated Ed Sheeran.
Twitter
And
or the people who use Twitter?
The people on Twitter, yeah, some of the mugs.
Muggy mugs.
And a couple of weeks ago, we said Ed Sheeran had quit Twitter.
Yeah.
He hadn't done.
No.
This week, after Game of Thrones and all the abuse he received, he quit Twitter, deleted it, disappeared. But then about a day later, popped back up again. But a lot of his tweets were missing. He seems to have deleted tweets from the last couple of years, apart from any that mention like his albums and buying his music.
It's funny because he won't be allowed to delete his Twitter because his promo company will be like, "No,
Yeah,
we've got to
it
have
must
an
be
account."
tied in.
Like they'll basically say you don't have to use it and we'll manage it for you, but you must have Twitter.
Yeah,
which
for
is,
however
you
many
know,
millions of followers.
Yeah, exactly. Ed, like seriously, if you don't want to use it, then don't. Like set up a pseudonym if you just want to stalk people. Like if you just want to listen, just set up a pseudonym. Call yourself Sheeran Ed or something.
But then the other side of the coin is Maisie Williams, who plays Arya in Game of Thrones.
I don't know who that is, but okay.
You don't, but like run with it.
Yeah.
She had the best scene in Game of Thrones this week, the opening scene. If you haven't watched it, we'll keep it vague. And she thinks that social media and the internet has created the kindest generation.
Well, I do. I think we're the most exposed, and I think that the human race is inherently good, as in 99% of the human race are good people.
I suppose being informed though, because she goes on to say about being tolerant and understanding. And I suppose with social media and Twitter particularly, you do, without obviously reading the fake news, but you learn a lot more, you see a lot more diversity in the world.
The dance group. The reality of it is it ain't going anywhere, is it? Oh, so a big one obviously from this week is the Facebook thing.
Yeah.
Stalkers are having an issue, aren't they?
Yes, it seems like quite a minor issue. That they introduced the hello button, didn't they, on profiles?
Yeah.
So you can go on people's profile, click hello. It's basically replaced the poke. When you're clicking through people's profiles, they're just clicking it by accident.
Apparently.
Yeah, not a personal issue in any way.
Has that Sarah been had a hello from you?
So no, it's catching stalkers out. So when you're going through and you're trawling through people's profiles, they're clicking this button by accident, and obviously it sends a message to people saying hello. But big release is that you can retract your hello.
What?
If you click the button again before the other person's seen the message, it deletes it, wipes it.
But surely they would have had enough notification by that point.
Maybe it just disappears off the screen.
Interesting that stalkers, look, just don't be sloppy with your thumbs. If you're a proper stalker, you should know that you've got to be careful where you're clicking.
Which leads on nicely to the next topic, which was suggested by Rachel Kay of Love Local
Yes.
Networking.
Yeah. Thank you, Rachel, for that one.
Catfishing.
But it's very interesting. And for those that don't understand catfishing, I'm going to pass over to the catfishing expert, Sam.
Only because I've watched the programme. Again, I'm not a stalker or a catfisher.
The lady doth protest too much, methinks.
Catfishing is where you pretend to be someone else online.
But
So-
you can have your own name, can't you?
I could be Sam, but use all your pictures. And
Of course, which is you would do. Is it a problem, or is it a problem in that we just got to be smarter?
I don't know, there was a model this week, and he'd basically found 40 or more profiles that were using his pictures.
Yeah.
And there's a video of him online that he's confronting one of the people that's done it.
I'd say I feel sorry for him because he's a pathetic character.
So yeah, I mean, I suppose it's just, are you being too sensitive, or is it a real issue?
I think it is a significant issue. You're never going to get away from that. Like, people are always going to do fraudulent shit and pretend to be something they're not. You know, like, if I was in the dating game right now, right, online profile, I'd have a six-pack. And then if I got a date, I'd be like, now best get Jim. Like on my CV, when I used to apply for jobs, I'd exaggerate the truth.
Yeah, I suppose everyone
I
does.
wouldn't lie, but I'd exaggerate the truth. I have got a six-pack, I just haven't said in what format.
Yeah, all you've done there though is like stretch the truth. Catfishing is like
Yes,
pretending
yeah,
to
it
be
is
someone.
completely.
So yeah, I suppose there's a boundary.
Yeah,
to it,
there's two things. We need punishments to discourage them from doing it in the first place, but we need better education from 4 years old up on social media and the power of the internet. Seriously, massive issue. We've spoken about it tons of times. Google. Oh, this is interesting. Google.
Yeah, scary as well.
Well, not for me. I mean, I just search for things like pictures of roses and angels and things like that.
Angels.
There's so much porn!
So Google are going to start using your entire search history to personalise a newsfeed for you.
And is it a news feed as in the traditional sense, as in it's news, or is it just any old stuff?
Content from the web.
Right. And where's the content coming from? Is it coming from like social media sites, or is it coming from Google itself? Or
I'm not sure, to be honest. I think it's websites initially.
Head of social, ladies and gentlemen.
It's a new feature. It's not been launched yet, so it's just in development, and it's the apps that they're going to roll it out through. So whether it'll show up down the side of your search results or whatever, or whether it's just like Google's apps.
Yeah.
But you're going to start getting this personalised newsfeed through that's going to be...
I think the interesting thing is, how old's Google? 17, 18 years, 19, 20 maybe? It's not that old anyway.
About 20
but,
years,
but yeah, say Google's 20 years old. I can't remember the date. I should probably know the date it was launched. But say Google's 20 years old. It's got 20 years of search history on you. Like, literally, all those things that you've put into Google at any one point.
YouTube as well.
YouTube, of course.
Google Plus, if you ever used it.
Yeah.
Like any data that Google's got on you.
Yeah.
Restaurants you've visited.
Yeah.
Like, 'cause it knows you from Google Maps.
Yeah.
So like the whole profile Google's got about you for the last 20 years.
Google knows everything. Google knows almost as much as Facebook. The serious thing is if you're doing dodgy shit, don't do it through Google. BBC, final one for today. Gary Lineker's on how much?
1.7, I think.
1.7 million a year.
Chris Evans is top earner apparently.
Well, that'll still be going off figures from Top Gear as well, won't it?
Yeah.
So it won't be current, I guess. I'm
That's
guessing
it, I
it'll
think-
go back.
I think they're using Gary
to last
Lineker as
annual
like
accounts.
top TV earner
Yeah.
as 1.7.
Right.
And then top TV earner on the women's side is Claudia Winkleman on less than $500,000.
Gender equality, it's a problem. You know, there shouldn't be such a massive disparity. Come on,
Disparity, yeah.
Disparity between the amounts between male and female. Having said that, look at the importance of the programs potentially.
Well, Claudia Winkleman's on Strictly now though.
Yeah, fair
Like
play.
Strictly and Match of the Day.
That's one of the
Strictly's
big
probably
ones.
got. It must have bigger audience than Match of the Day.
Off. Really?
Yeah.
No way.
No, I reckon it
No
will.
way. Well, if they get a bigger
It's probably
audience and
less.
Claudia Winkleman's the co-presenter on it, then that's a problem. I think that's wrong.
Yeah.
If we're complaining about what BBC pays, you have to compare it to therefore what the other channels pay. And if that's the going rate, then that is the going rate. And if we're arguing about that, why aren't we complaining about footballers' salaries?
Yeah.
Like, if we're just complaining because they're earning a load of money, well, how long is it before me and you get a phone call? It's like, oh, you're earning too much money, it's a disgrace. That, I'm going to earn as much money as I can in my life, and I don't give a what you lot think. I'm going to work my arse off to earn as much money as I possibly can.
I don't think the amounts is a crazy issue.
No.
It's just the quality or lack of quality.
I suppose there is, people do have a slightly bigger right to complain than the others, because the other stations are commercial and this is licensed, so we all have to pay a license.
Yeah.
And we don't get a choice about that, we don't get a choice how much it is. So I suppose, like politics, we're allowed an opinion on it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment and share. And whilst we're on the topic of Google, why don't you tell us what the weirdest thing that you have searched for on Google is? Do it on dark web like everyone else who's got a brain.
Things we've recommended on this episode: how to get away with stalking and how to do dodgy stuff on the internet.